Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a look that's inspired by Angelina Jolie. My model that I am using has pretty normal hair. It's a little wavy, thicker at the top and then a little thin at the ends. And this is what her hair looks like once we were done with it. We started off by sectioning a top and bottom half, and then I took the flat iron and created curls with the flat iron. If you want to see a more detailed tutorial on how to do this, please check the information box. It's actually really simple to do, and if you struggle, I have, like I said, a real good tutorial to teach you how to do this. But all I did is just curl the bottom half, and these are kind of like the curly waves that turned out. And I'm just showing you what those look like now. What I'm going to do next is I just kind of like sprayed them with hairspray and then pinned them up. And this is just going to prevent them from falling out while I style the rest of the hair. Then I took the top half and I divided it in two. And from there I put one side up, just pinned it up to keep it out of the way, and then on the other side I split it in the top and bottom half, and this is just to create more body. Then I took sections that I'm going to start working with. You can use rollers, doesn't have to be a curling iron, but during the making of this video we just kind of like wanted to make it really quick, and I didn't bring out my rollers, I brought out my curling iron. And so all I'm doing is just curling your hair, her hair just the way you would regularly. And once I release it, I'm going to just kind of like slowly let it fall out and stay in a little coil in my hand. And then I'm going to pin it so that it's kind of like curling away from her face and to the side. And this is just simulating curlers. And like I told you before, you don't have to use a curling iron, you can use curlers. But just make sure you make them curl away from your face and then keep them pinned to your hair so that they're sideways rather than facing down. And again, this is going to create more body later on in the look that we're trying to achieve. So again, I kept it coiled in my hand and then I pinned it down with a couple of, or with a pin or a clip, I'm sorry. So now I have two of them going that way, away from her face. Now I have four, which I completed, and I'm going to start working on the top section. But I'm going to do something a little bit different with the top. I'm going to actually curl these downward. So I lifted the hair up, and this is just so that it's not being pulled down. I lifted the hair up and then I curled it down, and did the same thing all over the rest of the top of the hair. Just to save some time, I didn't show how I did it on the other side, but it's basically the exact same thing. And now I'm just taking them down. So again, the bottom half is going sideways, the top is going downward. And then I'm just spraying all the roots with hairspray, just making sure that it gets really nice and tacky at the roots. And this is just going to create more body. And this video is 10 minutes long, but only because I really wanted to keep all of the details so that you guys can see how easy it is. It literally did take about 15 minutes to put together. It was really simple. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking sections of the crown, spraying them with hairspray, and then back combing or teasing very lightly. And if you want higher volume, then you're going to tease this a little bit more and push this up a little bit more. She wanted a very simple kind of look, not too, big. I think at the time we called it Peggy Bundy look. So if you don't want that Peggy Bundy bump or huge 60s bump, then you don't want to tease too much. But if you do want that real voluminous type of look, then go ahead and tease a lot more than I am. And I'm just taking sections from the side and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just teasing and then combing it over, smoothing it over the teased area. So this is the amount of volume that we wanted to create. Like I said, if you want more volume, you just tease a little bit more, add a little bit more hairspray. Then at the top, I took just like a little section in the front, top, and sprayed it with hairspray, and then I teased it a little bit and combed it a little bit forward and started teasing it. I just kind of asked her to turn to the side so that you guys can see how it's combed forward. And then we started discussing amongst ourselves whether or not we wanted to give her a poof or keep it sort of like flat. So that right here you can see all the different options that you have. If you have like a lot of body, you can make a big poof. If you want to keep it flat and then like push the crown up so that you have more volume on the crown and then keep it flat, that looks really cute too. So you have a lot of different options, and you can be inspired by some images of Angelina Jolie. I know also Jennifer Lopez has worn this style out, and it looks really cute any time of the year, winter, spring, summer, or fall. It just never really goes out of style, and it's almost like 60s inspired. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking sections of her hair and using my hands. I'm just curling the hair around my finger just to kind of remove some of the frizz that she did get from the teasing and the combing and everything. And then I'm just pushing her curls forward just to show like how much volume we created. And I'm just taking some more hairspray, doing some final touch-ups. And I think it turned out really cute on her. Usually I would cut all of this stuff out because I think sometimes it gets a little boring to have to watch this, but at the same time I wanted to show you guys step by step what this looks like. So just adding some more volume just to make sure that it shows, and then combing it over. And now we have some more oomph on each side. And once we're done with all of these little touch-ups, then we are pretty much done. It's a very, very easy look to create, and it's one of those looks that you kind of like have to remind yourself, hey, this is something that's real simple and easy and looks really, really good, especially if your hair tends to fall flat or if you tend to wear your hair with not too much volume. I mean, this is something that you can put together in like 10 or 15 minutes, especially if you have like a roller set or hot roller set. It's really easy to create. It's a very classic look. This is just kind of a reminder of how her hair started out and what we turned it into. And she was very happy with her hair. And I remember she made a comment, something like, I didn't know I could do this with my hair. Sometimes we forget, these are just the classic looks that we forget to bring back. So you can add less volume, you can add more volume, but overall it's completely up to you. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you to my very special friend and model who came out all the way to our house to help me with this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you've been inspired.